What up, y'all? It's DJ Envy from the Breakfast Club. I'm more than the DJ, and this is more than the music. And shout out to Respect the Shooters. They owe me $100 for that drop. Salute.
A lot of niggas say they your friends, man, but don't support shit you do. Don't get no money with you. I guess me and my niggas just different. I've been getting money with my team. I just wanna see all my niggas win. Ayy, feeling like I make them chasing dreams. And for my squad, I just want one thing. I want my niggas to win. I want my niggas to win. No, we making hella bands. Cup in the corner with friends. I want my niggas to win. I want my niggas to win. Everybody diamonds dancing. Everybody got mansions. Came from days in the basement. Me and my niggas ain't had shit. Got $1 in my pocket, that was tragic. Started falling like Jordan, we came upon the Lord. My niggas, we made it go, get more guns, get more dough. We came from nothing, had to turn nothing to something. Now we only in the view with no curtains, zipping on Prometheus and feel it working. All my niggas living lavish, all this money never had this. Money harder than a bad bitch, do say pull up in the M6. We had to grind hard, started from the back. Link my nigga ASAP and he started hustle hats. Link my nigga Swagger, you know he rep TBP. And I'ma be a monster nigga, that's just who I be, yeah. I've been getting money with my team. I just wanna see all my niggas win. Ayy, feeling like I make them chasing dreams. And for my squad, I just want one thing. I want my niggas to win. I want my niggas to win.
What up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of RTS Spotlight. I'm your host, Lee the Real Goat, and you already know you were tuned in to the dopest show on the planet. Today, we have a super special guest who's more like family to us. His name is Haran Hargrave, and he's coming here to talk to us about his new biggest event going on. If you haven't seen it, it's a celebrity charity event, and he does it every year annually, a different spot, different celebrities, a different sport. So we're gonna check in with him and see what's going on with H2o, all right? But before we get into that, let's watch this new video, Black Ink by OGWN.
Fuck you, me and you ain't know we dropped a 16. We just some young brothers going chasing our dream. Nah, I mean, cash ruined everything around me. Now I scream OG win. I'm live. Fuck you, me and you ain't know we dropped a 16. We just some young brothers going chasing our dream. Nah, I mean, cash ruined everything around me. Now I scream OG win.
Let me fix you up, something smooth, buckaroo. Music running through my mind, laying tracks is all I do. Give me the mic so I can bust a few somethings. Double dutch the beat, find my space and then I jump in. Got the club bumping, I control your function. I'm wondering, new kids on the block need that funding. Some rappers, they be forcing it with the porcelain gorgeous hits. Let's put them in a tournament, how often can they call for this? Oh, a fragile interpretation of the whackness in the nation. Bragging only about their payments. We them original weird niggas from the basement. Dropping sick shit every time we hear that bass. Dropping a line, dropping a verse, hitting the mic and making it work. We ain't got time to sit around and wait for answers. So we solve it. Who got a problem? Creating something from nothing till it's polished.
Fuck you, me and you ain't know we dropped a 16. We just some young brothers going chasing our dream. Nah, I mean, cash ruined everything around me. Now I scream OG win. I'm live. Fuck you, me and you ain't know we dropped a 16. We just some young brothers going chasing our dream. Nah, I mean, cash ruined everything around me. Now I scream OG win.
Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. Weird niggas coming through, just scooping up the bacon. Third eye effect, my shit has been awakened. To all the shit that's going on, now please don't be mistaken. Young black brother growing in the land of free. I came to see these white niggas envy me. Flip it on the flow like 1, 2, 3. Or should I sing it to your girl like don't rate me? Should I switch the topic? None of these crooked politics can stop it. The black excellence from young men that's trying to rock it. We had a problem, took it upon ourselves to try and solve it. And now we cut the middleman, so now we making profits. I profit. Shout out my ninja wolf, man. The indie on the rise, so young and got the juice, man. Like OJ the juice, man. Brother spitting the truth, man. Windows coming through, my nigga. What you finna do, yeah?
Fuck you, me and you ain't know we drop a 16. We just some young brothers going chasing our dream. Nah, I mean, cash room and everything around me. Now screen OG win. I'm live. Fuck you, me and you ain't know we drop a 16. We just some young brothers going chasing our dream. Nah, I mean, cash room and everything around me. Now screen OG win. I'm a millennial, straight out the 90s. I don't even know how the hell they can compare me to these whack rappers that you see on TV until you see that we are the epiphany to your misery. Now what I mean, can't you see? Thanks to you, that's how we came to be. UDD, you need to get out of laboratory cause you cannot comprehend what we put into making stories. But whoa, still listen to the radio. That bullshit is pretty toxic for your soul. And somehow I find myself up in the studio cooking up the remedy, my specialty so original. And when I go and grab my pistol, I named the pistol, yo, my words are lethal. From the last pass who got to play outside, lay up underneath the sun and you gon' see us rise. I'm like, fuck you, me and you ain't know we drop a 16. We just some young brothers going chasing our dream. Nah, I mean, cash room and everything around me. Now screen OG win. I'm live. Fuck you, me and you ain't know we drop a 16. We just some young brothers going chasing our dream. Nah, I mean, cash room and everything around me. Now screen OG win. Fuck you, me and you ain't know we drop a 16. We just some young brothers going chasing our dream. Nah, I mean, cash room and everything around me. Now screen OG win. I'm live. Fuck you, me and you ain't know we drop a 16. We just some young brothers going chasing our dream. Nah, I mean, cash room and everything around me. Now screen OG win. OG win.
What up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of RTS Spotlight. I am your host, LeAnn, and you already know we have a super special guest in the building today. He's more like family. We always go to all his events. He always shows up at ours. He goes by the name of H2o. You may know him with H2o music, H2o basketball, etc., etc. But he's going to tell us a little bit about himself today. What up, Haran?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Good evening.
Here. Happy
You're
to be
here. You
Yes,
look
yes.
great.
Thank you.
You got the nice chucks on. I feel that.
Yeah.
You're on your vibe. It's spring now. It feels nice out.
A little.
A little bit.
We had a taste of spring the other day.
Yeah.
But today, the rain, it's like, I'd rather snow than rain. Like, rain is the worst. Like,
I feel like snow just doesn't move after a certain point.
the cold snow.
Okay.
Like, regular snow is like flurries.
You like the flurries.
Yeah, but I still like, rain, it gets wet, you're drenched, and it's like disgusting. You don't want to go
Yeah, that's
outside.
true.
Like, snow, you
train.
could dust it off and
Yeah.
get in your car. Like, you know what I mean?
Get in your car.
Yeah.
Lit. So, it's good to have you. For those who don't know what you're into in this industry, you're not an artist, you're not a rapper. You actually have played basketball.
Yeah, I've dibbled and dabbed.
You've
and
dibbled,
played
you know.
basketball from time to time.
Let's know a little bit about your basketball career.
Oh, okay. So I played professional basketball overseas for a couple years. Before that, I played Division I basketball at the University of Sacramento State in California. My senior year, I led the team in scoring, broke several three-point records at the school, broke the single-game steals record, and was pretty good. You know what I mean? I was one of 20. I was top 20 in scoring in my senior year, or at all seniors in the nation. Thereafter, I continued my career and played the NBA D-League at the time, overseas, played in Romania, Hungary, China, Colombia, DR, Puerto Rico.
Wow.
So basketball is one of my big things that really got me through life. And also I played in New York City street ball, which I still do from time to time.
Okay.
I don't play as much, but I still play. And that's where I got the nickname H2O from playing in New York City street ball. Hoops in the Sun, I got the name from an announcer named Uncle G Stacks. And I had 57 points when I came back from Romania in the spring league. And then from that, it's like gossip, the new hot thing. Like, so if you do something in New York City, everybody's on it. So everywhere I went after that, they was calling me H2O. Like, I went to Rucker, Dykeman, West 4th, and everybody H2O, so started following me. And I'm like, this sounds dope. You know what I'm
like
saying?
that.
So they was like, you know, my jump shot's pure like water, and I do have a pretty good jump shot still to this
That
day.
is dope.
Yep.
Nice. It's nice when you get your nickname, because then it's not like forced. It's not like you have to like
Yeah.
force it upon people. Like, my jump shot is like
Like
water. So,
it's H2o. So that's why they call me H2o.
especially when the hood gives you a nickname
yeah,
too.
yeah. So
That's
it's,
the realest.
and then you have it. Like, you know, you can't. I don't think you can name. You can't give your own self a nickname. People be saying, "Yeah, my name is." No, who gave you that name?
Right.
First and
Because
foremost,
that
like,
doesn't even match.
it doesn't match you. Period. Like,
Right.
you don't even look like a. You
don't
know,
look like a H2O.
Whatever. Yeah. Whatever you want to be. Like.
So when did you start playing basketball?
I started playing when I was 3 years old. Believe it or not, my mother used to run basketball tournaments in St. Albans, Queens,
Okay.
and it was, you know, people like Mark Jackson played in it. Anthony Mason, God rest his soul, he played in my mom's tournament, and she had everyone come out like to Queens. You know what I mean? And we used to have, like, as I grew up, we used to still have like old trophies in my attic and everything like that.
Wow.
And so my mother was a basketball junkie. She was a New York Knicks fan, and unfortunately, she didn't get to see them win a championship.
Yeah,
You know,
took 'em a little bit.
you know, and neither am I don't think. But hopefully, the Knicks can start winning. You know, and do something great. But my mother was the one who put the ball in my hands, and I've never put it down since. Yep.
Nice. So what was your favorite cereal growing up? Basketball practice, you about to go, your mom's like, yo, you can eat one bowl of cereal. What you eating right now?
I'm gonna eat, well, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I used to love
Okay.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I have a lot of different ones, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that was like, it was a different cereal to me. Like, it was like, you know, I want that, and it always costs more too. So like,
Yeah?
it costs a little bit
It is
more.
one of the finer brands of cereal.
yeah, so,
Cinnamon is very expensive.
And then afterwards, the milk, you can always, like, you can drink that milk
That's
because it was
true.
just so good. Like, you know what I mean? So Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that was my
What's
favorite.
your next three? If you had to do a top four.
At the time, it was Captain Crunch with the berries.
With
I
the
can't
berries.
eat them
Okay,
without the berries. in
good.
it. Like,
Clarification.
Yeah, clarification.
Captain Crunch with the
with
berries.
the berries, not plain. I can't even eat it. Like, if it doesn't have the berries in
I
it,
don't get
I
it.
don't want it. Like, you know what I mean? Don't want it. I would, yeah. I tried putting sugar in it before,
It's
and
different.
it just doesn't work.
Nah.
My other favorite cereal, I would say Frosted Flakes. I was a Frosted
Classic.
Flakes guy, like a classic. I didn't like the ones without, you know, the flakes. I didn't like Corn Flakes. I hated Corn Flakes. I would have to put a
They're
gang
not
of sugar in
frosted.
it, you know,
Nah.
not frosted. So
Not
Frosted
frosted.
Flakes is my in third,
Okay.
and Captain Crunch second, Cinnamon Toast Crunch number one.
Nice.
That's my favorite cereal.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So now you have Ballin' for Peace coming up.
Yep.
This is, how many years have you been doing this now?
This is the 4th year I've been doing Ballin' for Peace. You know, it seems like yesterday I just started, and
Yeah.
now we're in year 4
Now
already.
it's
So
annual.
it feels pretty good. You know, a lot more attention is being put on it too. You know, it doesn't just feel like before. It was like just have to go to different people and be like, hey, Ballin' for Peace, and have to tell them
Right.
all about it. But people are hitting me up about it now, like they're asking me, when is the next one? When you gonna do it?
Dope.
And it's been pretty dope. So this year is gonna be the 4th year. It's gonna be at Elm Court, back at Elm Court
Okay.
Recreation Center in Queens, Corona, Queens, New York. It's gonna be real dope. It's we have a lot going on this year, a little bit more than any other year that we've had the event, and I'm happy, you know, about that. You know, we have the New York Knicks got involved. They're doing a free clinic for the kids, up to
nice.
100 kids. So I think we're at
a
our
lot of
mark
kids.
now. So with that, so it's ages 6 to 14. They can register on the New York Knicks site right now. It's the New York Knicks and Ballin' for Peace youth clinic that's
Okay.
going on. I think registration is going to close in a couple of days now, right before the event. And then after that, they have the people, they're free. They have the option to stay for half price. So the kids
Okay.
would stay for half price, the ones who did the free clinic.
Right.
And after that, we start, you know, the opening acts for the game. We have what's their name? Ice Cold. They're a band from Westchester. They're gonna open up Ballin' for Peace, and then we're gonna have the national anthem for the
Okay.
youth. And yeah, it's gonna be dope. And then the youth concert and a youth basketball game. And this year, Real Fans, Real Talk, family, you guys are like
Yes.
family and everything. They're sponsoring the Slam Dunk contest, so we
Yeah.
have dunkers from all over the
The
world.
dunk videos is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's gonna be dope, and those dudes are all confirmed, and it's pretty
Okay.
dope. They'll be there, and then we have the traditional celebrity game. So
Nice.
yeah, that's gonna happen, in that order.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when did you come up with the concept? I mean, everyone gets money, they get established, they want to give back to the youth. That's where it all starts.
Yeah, but that wasn't the way I did.
Yeah,
I don't
but
have money.
sometimes that's just like the cliche, like, you know what I mean? It's like the sponsorship answer.
Yeah.
But what really, made you wake up one day and say, let me do a charity event that not only one brings out the celebrities, which brings attention to anything, but you just do it so authentically.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a celebrity event. It's not like shiny. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
flashy.
not.
It's really about the kids.
Yeah, well, I make the celebrities, we're all normal human beings.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So whether you have A-list, B-list, C-list, D-list celebrities, I want everyone to come out because at the end of the day, we're all human.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I make it's certain stigmas, like even with like rappers or artists, they have to like wear the best of the best and have jewelry and all this
Right.
other stuff. And it's like, bro, like, you're actually a cool guy without
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can just be yourself and be
Exactly.
cool. And that's what I try to make. I try to make normal. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just be you and be normal, and you'll be all right. So with giving you that and that concept, I just want to make everyone come out and have a good time. So a lot of things that I got was from my mom. Like, my
Right.
mother was a teacher. She had 2 master's degrees, and she worked her behind off. Like, and her, growing up with her being, a single parent, single mom and stuff, I took a lot of the things from her. She was a hustler. So she
Right.
would, as being a teacher, you get 6 checks throughout the summer, but she still didn't care about that. She was still doing her Rhonda's chicken dings, as she called them. She would have her coworkers come to the house, and they would have like $5 chicken and fries and everything like that. And everybody would come through. I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, Mom, you're a teacher. You don't have to do that. Like,
Right.
but she did that to get more money.
Exactly.
And I sold ices, like push icy
Yeah?
trucks. As a kid growing up, I was known as the icy boy.
How old were you at this time?
I was like 7, 8, all the way to like
Yeah.
12 years old. I used to sell ices every summer. We used to go to Baisley Projects and like really
I
be
love
like
the
all
ices.
American Roy Wilkins and everything. And and now I would just look back at it and like, yo, my mom was a hustler for real. Like, you know what I mean? Made sure that we always had school clothes. Make sure that we was always good. She had 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? And and she was on her own. And so growing up, seeing a woman, my mom worked so hard, all this stuff is kind of easy to me. But,
Right.
Parents and people don't really understand how much, like, parents mean to their kids. Like, my favorite sandwich is a roast beef sandwich, like
Yeah.
Hero. That was my mother's favorite sandwich. Like, my mother's favorite ice cream was butter pecan
It's
ice cream,
instilled
and I
in
used
you.
to like everything that my mother liked. I like
Yeah.
like you see that, but parents nowadays, they don't even have connections with their kids.
No.
They send them to school at 7 o'clock in the morning. Then after that, then they put the kids in after school. By the time they get home, it's 6:30, 7 o'clock
They're
at
on their
night.
iPad.
You gotta do your homework or whatever. You go to that's it. Like,
Right.
when is the time that you're like spending with your kids and actually getting a chance to getting the
Right.
opportunity to get to know your own kids? Like, so that's why, like, even with me working in schools and stuff like that, it's kids look up to me more than they even look up to their parents sometimes. And it's like,
Yeah.
man, So I embellish that role and enjoy it.
Well, that's needed. I mean, with somebody with your talent, you could be using it. Otherwise, you could still be playing. But it's nice that you're really giving back to the youth and playing that figure for them that they might not even have.
That's a
That
fact.
opens up opportunities and stuff like that. And that's seems like the biggest reward you could really get,
That's a fact.
from doing this.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
It is fun. It is fun. Being able to give back, giving back my talent and just my my knowledge of the game of basketball has helped me, helped me in life as well too. Like finding your purpose. A lot of people don't know their purpose in life. People are like, "What am I here for? Why am I doing this?" But you know, the stuff that I'm doing gives me the same enjoyment and excitement as if it was me receiving the reward. You know what I mean? So, you know, I tell like the artists and stuff that I deal with and people, I'm not an artist. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm not doing this to get signed myself. Like, you know what I mean? I'm doing this to help other artists get signed. I'm doing this to help other celebrities get more known, like to do some stuff, some feel good stuff, other than doing some feeling selfish all the time. You know, so you know, that's where I'm at with that.
Now, going into that, you also affiliated with H2o Music, which is really big as well. Talk a little bit about that, what you're up to with H2o Music, how you're involved with that.
Well, H2o Music, I started that like over 2 years ago now.
Okay.
Yeah, two years ago.
So you've been doing Ballin' for Peace longer than that.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, Ballin' for Peace is in its fourth year. H2o Music is in its second year. So, I found out, like, you know, because I have like performances at halftime at Ballin' for Peace and stuff. So I found out that the platform that I was providing for these artists was a great one at that, and it started with my boy Greg G. He's from San Antonio, Texas. He performed at the first ever Ballin' for Peace. He sung the national anthem, and we used to work together at the Harlem Children's Zone.
Oh wow!
So he flew from Texas to work at the Harlem Children's Zone to pursue his career in music as well. And every day I used to come to work, and I'm like, yo, he used to play his music. I'm like, who's that? Like at first. And he's like, yeah, it's me, H. And I'm like, yeah, right. And, you know, he started singing, and I'm like, yo, you're dope, bro. Like, I wish I could help you, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I didn't know anything about music, you know, besides knowing I know good music when I hear it.
Yeah.
But, so what happened with that was, you know, I was having the first annual Ballin' for Peace, and I'm like, yo, bro, I want you to sing the national anthem. And that was at Baruch College in 2015, and he did it, and he got like a standing ovation by the crowd and stuff like that, and it was crazy. And I'm like, yeah, this is what's up. So shortly after that, maybe another year or so, you know, the halftime performances, everybody coming out. We had Ron Browse, Jacquay, Bianca performing, all these different people performing at halftime, and it was like becoming a thing to have people from Ballin' for Peace perform. We had OnStar, and a lot of those people now that I named are on like mainstream people now. You know what I'm saying? Like OnStar's on Wildin' Out now.
He's doing his thing.
Doing his thing. He's also you know, heavy with Nick Cannon and everything now. He just was in that movie. You know, he had the McDonald's commercial. So, you know, and it, dude like Jacquay, he's now the star of Love and Hip Hop. He's also putting out a lot of great music. Ron Browse has always been doing this thing and stuff. And, you know, it's been dope to have artists like that hit the stage at Ballin' for Peace, and even Graph, you know what I'm saying? And so, make a long story short, I got the idea, like, I always did stuff with Graph and with Team Bang. I used to pit my basketball teams in tournaments and name it Team Bang, and that's like Graph's like thing, like almost like how Dipset had it.
Okay.
And so Team Bang is like Graph's group, like, you know, but they mainly do rap stuff. So I was like in charge of doing sports related thing and putting our adult leagues, our adult teams into tournaments. And you know, we were having good success in New York City street ball and going and traveling and playing in money tournaments, and everything was Team Bang, Team Bang. And it was catching buzz, you know. So on the basketball aspect, and then on the music aspect, people were like, hey, what's up with Graph? And I'm like, oh, he's still putting out music, he's still doing his thing. Yeah. And from there, I'm like, you know what? I do Ballin' for Peace, I'm doing that. So, you know, I spoke with Graph. We had heart-to-heart conversations and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? You need to do your own shows, bro. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do them. And then I started putting the shows together. And, you know, I had to change it. I wasn't going to say H2o Basketball. Like, so I had to get H2o Music Incorporated, get into LLC and all that. And I started doing these concerts. Like, literally just putting the same energy that I do for Ballin' for Peace and everything else into the music. And they were successful. Then from that, we had a listening party. He went on tour, Royce the 5'9".
Yeah.
Now, you know, his album
He's
finally
moving
came
now,
out
yeah.
after all these years, and now he's back in the limelight again. Now he's on Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
So it's like, yo, I think we got something here, you know, and that was probably one of the hardest things to do because people knew who Graf was from before, and then
Right, he had a
it's almost
platform.
like having a second chance. You know what I mean? When people know you and they feel like they know you already,
Yeah.
it's hard for them to open up again to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they like, I just want to put you in this box. You're that, and
Yeah.
that's what it's gonna be. Like almost like 2 Chainz. Like he was Titty Boy, 2 Chainz. You know,
Yeah.
Duffel Bag Boy. So he had the same.
He had to reinvent.
He had to reinvent himself again, and that's kind of like the hardest transition. People knew him when he was signed with Ludacris, and that's all you are. That's it. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So the hardest thing is to get someone who people feel like they know and reinvent them. You know,
Nice.
and I just wanted to help out my boy, and it became
Just
into
wanted to help
something.
out your boy.
It came into something totally big and different now. So we do the bars, the cipher,
Right.
and
Very dope event.
so it's a whole different. My mind, the way it works is people try to copy certain things, and it's like you can't copy what's like always moving.
You can't
Like,
copy creativity.
yeah, like
is
so
what I
I'm
feel.
always just thinking of something
Right.
different, and like you can actually do the same thing and it be corny. Like, you know what I'm saying? It won't even be the same because people respect what I do now, and you know, that's the difference. You know, the last concert that I did, I was in LA for 2 weeks. And we had a concert at Mercury Lounge, so I wasn't able to be here and doing all these interviews and stuff like that, and it still was a packed out show, and it's like, yo, that let me know a
official.
lot. So it was very refreshing, and it was very, very dope, and just to know that people really rock with me, and anything that my name is on, people start showing
They're
out,
here
you know,
for it.
and come out. So that was pretty dope. And you know, getting back to the H2o music, we just started a new venture with Fuse TV,
Yes.
and so we just signed a little deal with that, and we've
It's been looking good.
Yeah,
It's been looking good
real
on the
good.
gram.
Our first artist up was Chrissy Band, and she's not signed to H2o Music.
Okay.
She's with I don't know what company she's with, but she's I know her manager's Quan, but we signed her for this deal, you know,
Nice.
to work with us on this Fuse project with us
Okay.
under H2o management, and that's been pretty dope. So it's like just goes to show you how more opportunities come,
Definitely.
and it's been, now everybody's hitting me up, yo, how can I get on? And it's like,
Right.
this is actually what I wanted from it, and you know, we have a lot of dope artists that, you know, are rocking with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't handicap them. You know what I mean? They can go wherever they want to go, but
Right.
when we have certain things, they assign to us for those things. You know what I mean? But if
Right.
they could go get some money somewhere else,
Why not?
by all means, go do it. But
Yes.
you know, this is a contract for this specific thing.
Right.
You know, and that's that. And I think it should be like that. You know what I mean? People be signing the labels, and
Can't
I
do
have,
nothing.
yeah, they can't do anything for them.
Yeah. Dope.
Yeah,
That's what we
yeah.
honestly need. That's I think that's what's gonna change this industry. You know, giving artists that free will to do whatever they want creatively, artistically. So now, one question before we end it and talk about Ballin' for Peace one more time. Traveling as a basketball player, where was your favorite place? And why? Because you listed like a good list of places
Yeah.
that people are like on their dream bucket list to go to.
Yeah, well, that was some of the funnest time of my life, traveling, and
Had to be, yeah.
that's some of the things that I do miss about playing, is the camaraderie and just being with your teammates and traveling and doing certain things. So that's something that I do miss about playing on a team. Like, you
Right.
know what I mean? I could still play in leagues and rec leagues and stuff like that
not
and
the
kill these
same.
people, but it's not the same as it's not the same as playing in the league and actually having real stats and different things. But one of the most favorable places I went was it wasn't a place I played in. It was a place I went to while I was playing in Romania. I went to Italy, and I got to see the St. Patrick's Cathedral. I got to see the Roman Colosseum. I got to see the Vatican. I was all over the place there. So
That's dope.
it was pretty dope. That was one of my favorite spots. Also, I played in Mexico City as well too.
That's exciting.
But yeah, and even traveling, playing Division I basketball. Imagine that. I felt like I was in the NBA, flying
That's
to this
true.
school and that school.
Yeah.
And it was just a great opportunity. And sometimes you have conversations. Well, I have conversations with people, and they just don't really understand where I'm coming from, you know. And I don't, and I think they should, you know what I mean, but they don't because they, you know, they've been in the same place, or they've been home, or they've been in. They really haven't traveled as much as me, and so when I'm speaking genuinely to someone, it's like, you know, it comes off. Sometimes people can make it feel like it's like I'm like maybe I'm rubbing it in, or maybe I'm just
like bragging.
Bragging. It's like, no, not at all. This is like this
sharing
is
experience.
This is my life. This is what I'm sharing. It's like, oh, no, I'm not. Like this is. I don't know what else to talk about. Like, you know what I mean? Like
special.
this is what I'm
makes you
doing. You know.
You lived it.
Yeah. So I mean, I would love to. I love to continue to travel as much as I can, going on vacations, and you know, but I also love to work. You know, this keeps me doing all these things, H2o music, H2o basketball, working with the kids, coaching my AAU team, and, you know, doing all the stuff. It keeps me active. It keeps me active, and I'm actually going to be participating in this $2 million tournament that's going to be on ESPN. It's called the TBT tournament. I'm going to gear up to play in it again. I played in it the first 2 years with Team Bang. I got asked to play in it this year with a team called Queens Struggle. Like, so they're based out of Queens, and they wanted me to play. So I'm gonna, next couple months, 2 months and stuff, I'm gonna be working out, getting back in shape, and you know, so that's gonna be another thing to keep me going. I've been starting with like 4 a.m. workouts and stuff like that because I have to go to work in the morning too. So but yeah, it's gonna be exciting getting back in basketball shape and actually doing that. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'll get another overseas contract after that.
They might put you in 2 games or something. I don't know.
But yeah, I want to bring out a little special addition to Ballin' for Peace this year. So I wanted you know, the people to come out. It's a little surprise that we have for Ballin' for Peace.
Now, while he's coming out, when is Ballin' for Peace?
So Ballin' for Peace is April. Over here, okay. April 21st is going down Elm Court this Saturday. It's gonna be an amazing show. We have, like I said, the youth clinic. We have the youth basketball game. We have special performances. We have the slam dunk contest, the first ever slam dunk contest sponsored by Real Fans Real Talk. And we have the celebrity game. We have Jacquay. We have Graf. We have Loaded Lux, Murder Mook. They're playing the game. Sexy Lexi, Nia Lee. Yeah, they're all coming out. The list goes on and on. We got Young Swag from MTV. He's going to be there. My boy Filet, you know, he's going to be there. Fat Boy. Everybody's coming, man. We have over 50 celebrities confirmed for the game. They're all not playing, but they'll all be just coming out and attending the game. And it's going to be an amazing, wonderful event. And you know, with Ballin' for Peace, I don't want people to, you know, just think as celebrity, but it's, you know, it's really, you give them the opportunity to come and show their, you know, what they love to do for peace as well. Because a lot of people don't get to know these people. They just see them on the gram or see them something. They don't get to interact with them, you know. So it's like a family fun event, and I look forward to seeing everybody come out.
Dope.
Yeah, we
well, hello, good evening.
You know what I'm saying? Get him a shot. Get in the shot with it. You see, there we go. Rock made that. You see the Ballin' for Peace logo on the side. You know what I mean? This guy's been doing a lot of stuff in the city and a lot of stuff all over. And I'm happy that he reached out to me with this dope idea to actually be a part of Ballin' for Peace. And yeah, like he came up with this dope concept, and it's just, you know, this is hot. It's hot, like, you know what I mean? Right. This is the next wave. This is 2,000. This is 3,000 right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, I love people who have like dope ideas and dope mindsets and just different. Like, you got to think outside the box, literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? But and when people do things like this, it just, you know, it caught my eye, and he came out to actually one of my shows that at Amazora that I did with my boy Hayes, and it was pretty dope. And he came out, like, you know, then I see him everywhere, and then, like, so for him to hit me up and be like, yo, I wanna, I wanna come out to Ballin' for Peace, and I got something real special for it. And creating the helmet and everything, and for it is a little different. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it just goes to show everybody about, the different stuff that Ballin' for Peace brings. And, shout out to my other sponsors. We got Silky Socks. We have socks this year, Ballin' for Peace socks.
Okay.
They actually made my own Respect the Shooter socks, H2o socks, H2o basketball socks, and the Ballin' for Peace socks. Shout out to my uniform sponsor, Wooter. They made the beautiful uniforms that everybody will be playing in.
Nice.
And we have pullover warm-ups for you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be crazy this year.
That's dope.
And it just goes to show you, in year 4, what I was doing in year 1 and 2, I had to go and, like, everything came out of my pocket. I had to go, like, have T-shirts and shorts the first 2 years.
Right.
And, it just goes to show when hard
Gotta
work
trust the process.
goes and pays off,
Right.
and now people like him are hitting me up to be a part of it. And when you see this, Rock made that. You know what I'm saying?
Rock
So,
made that.
Yep. So,
Lit.
yeah.
For everyone who doesn't know where to find you, where can we find your music page, everything?
Hey, I'm gonna give y'all all the pages, so bear with me real
Yes.
quick. It's H2O5. That's the letter O, and the number 5. H2O basketball, H2O music _ Peak USA Sports. I feel like I'm leaving. Oh, sorry. Ballin' for Peace. BALLIN, the number 4 and the word peace. And you can find him at Rock Made That. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
You know what I mean? On all social media outlets, and it's we here. Yeah.
Well, it has been a pleasure having you. We are super excited for, what is it, this Saturday?
This Saturday.
April
21st, Elm Court Recreation Center, 107-20 Northern Boulevard, Corona, New York. You can also go on my page and still some available tickets. Go to the Ballin' for Peace page, or you go to Eventbrite, ballinforpeace.eventbrite.com.
Dope. We're super excited. RTS will be in the building doing interviews, of course, and also Real Fans Talk. We'll be doing their dunk contest.
Sponsoring the
That's
dunk
gonna be
contest.
super
Yeah, that's
dope.
gonna be dope,
I'm really
man.
excited for that. I've always wanted to dunk, so I might bring like extra shoes, just in case y'all need me.
It's not the little rim.
If y'all,
No,
okay.
it's not. It's like it's not the Nerf.
It's the big joint.
It's the
All right.
big joint.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
So we're gonna figure something out.
Maybe
if anything, I'll get in the
trampoline.
youth game.
Oh yeah, you
Just
can
ball out with
But
them.
I don't want people's parents to be like, yo,
I mean,
who that
listen,
big girl
you know what I'm
knocking over
saying?
my son?
Might wear
and-
my pigtails or something.
Okay,
We're going to
okay.
figure it out. We're going to talk about it. We're going to figure it out.
Cool.
But thank you for coming. We are
Yeah.
so happy to see you again. And we will see everybody at Ballin' for Peace. If you're missing out, then you're just missing out. But this is H2O.
Yeah.
Holla at him.
Ballin' for Peace, man. We here. Thanks for having me.
Class.
Any last words?
Man, I had a great time on the show. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys got to actually get to know me a little bit, know me,
Cereal.
and my favorite cereal. You know what I mean? Shout out to the goat right here. You know what I mean? Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best cereal of all time, especially the milk after you're finished. Like, it's great. Like, you know what I mean? Like, from that point alone, like, it's anybody says otherwise, they're like completely idiots.
That's such a newbie cereal.
It's not.
What's up, guys? This is Max Pierce. Make sure you tune into Real Fans, Real Talk every Thursday at 8 p.m. Thank you.